The U.S. election, it's over. Is it? We read about it every day. Now you got people like Hillary Clinton saying, hey, I used to like the Electoral College, but I don't now. Because now I won the popular vote, so that's my favorite. Trump, of course, says, I didn't like the Electoral College, but I won now, so I like it now. You get everybody kind of flipping and flopping, but I want to share with you what the Electoral College actually is, because there was a point in my little world as well that I thought it should be one man, one person, call it one vote, and not so much now, because Electoral College, Trump really did win, and really did win properly, because that means you have to go across the entire nation and speak to all the citizens, right? Whereas if it's one person, one vote, you would only go to California and New York, and you wouldn't spend time anywhere else, and it wouldn't be fair to the people. So somebody, I guess it was the people way back when, right, the George Washingtons of the world, I think, that when they set this up the way it is, they're much smarter than the people are today, because you know what, you got to represent all Americans. Electoral College, that's the measure, and the other measure isn't fair to use, and they're using it continually in the press every day. They being the left, they're saying, hey, we really won, because that's not true. Because if that was the way the election was to be ran, then Trump would have only spent his time in New York City, where he lost. You know, I think 80% of the people there voted against him. And he's from there, but he only came home to see his wife and kids, right? I mean, because he was out, you know, doing other stuff, but he probably would have always stayed there, and between there and California. What about the rest of the country? So the Electoral College makes sense. And he did win. He won fair and square, and happy day. Donald Trump now, with regard to Clinton, the lock her up chant, he's now saying, we don't care now. It was okay to use then, we don't have to use it now, and we'll leave her alone. That's wrong. I mean, don't play with the base of people who said to you, this is a good thing. She's a crook, she's a thief, people like her belong in prison. Pretty simple stuff, Mr. Trump. Don't change. I hope that you're just doing this so Obama doesn't step up and give her a pardon. I hope, we're all hoping, because soon you will be president, in less than a month from now, and y'all got to do what you said you would do. Here's a typical politician. His name is Billy Tazaron. Probably not saying that correctly, out of Louisiana. He's a 12-term Democrat turned Republican, 12 terms. So anybody with a new, fresh idea, it wouldn't matter, because this guy, he continues to stay. He just won't go away. As another thing Trump did say he was going to do is have term limits for senators and representatives and so on. I hope he sticks to that. Trump, you got to kind of stick to everything you said. You know, you got to man up. You got to stay there in the man zone, and, you know, do what you said you do. Pretty simple stuff. This man, back to Billy Boy, he did a bill. It was to do with Medicare. It was in 2003. He was going to make drugs cheaper for old people, right? It ended up costing taxpayers $500 million instead, and that's a lot of dough. $500 million. In fact, I'm not even saying that correctly. It says here 549 billion. So let's round that up to 600 billion, and then let's do some factoring in for all the mistakes that these people make, and it's probably $1 trillion, a lot of dough. In any event, that's over a 9-year period, and this guy continues to make little Billy Boy $2 million a year. Gets paid for what? For being himself, I guess. Politics, you gotta have backbone. You can't have wishbone. And a lot of these guys just wish things will happen, and that ain't the case. You gotta, you know, liberal social engineering is finally getting pushback. Trump, push back. Hey, y'all, come back here tomorrow. Get more for you. From the right. See ya.